Well, hello. Have you ever noticed how summertime seems to bring lots of offers to your door, either through email, sometimes through a direct knock on the door, offers that seem too good to pass up? So, we've had a slew of these lately come to our house, and I thought I'd share some of them with you and share the red flags that I did some research on them. And so each of them has a little bit of a red flag attached to them, and some of them have a big, great, one of them has a great big red flag attached to it. I'll let you decide which is which. So here's one of the offers that came, a letter from what's called Mackinac Island, Michigan. So the letterhead is Mackinac Island, Michigan. And it offers 2 nights and a stipend, I think it's $150, for us to take a free vacation to Mackinac Island. And it tells us on the back it's how beautiful Mackinac Island is, which definitely it is. And it also has logos of well-known franchises that are involved in this offer in some way. I guess you might get the ability to visit them. It's not really clear, but when you read the fine print on the back of the letter, it does say that this offer is not affiliated with any of these franchise companies. So while they put the names there, which give the letter some credibility, there's no real connection to this offer. And the other thing is, this letter is the letterhead says Mackinac Island, Michigan, but the address from which it came is a suburban Detroit address, and so it's not really coming from Mackinac Island. And when I did my research, I found out that generally what happens with this is, yes, you can get a free vacation if you sit through a perhaps long and boring um, pitch trying to sell you vacation home shares, that kind of thing. And so that's basically what it is. If you do sit through all of that, you will be able to claim the trip, but the trip may have some blackout dates, and there might be some red tape involved, so it might be a little bit difficult to get. It won't be that sort of easy, like, oh, let's go call them and we'll get the trip all set up and it's going to happen. It won't be like that. They'll make it a little bit difficult, and it may not be a time that you want to go see the Mackinac Island. So that's that. Um, Not exactly a scam, but a little red flaggy, a little not quite right. So what's the next one? Okay, my papers fell. Okay, this one was interesting. Okay, we got a final notice, final notice, scary. And it said that we have a home warranty that's expiring or already expired, and that if we don't hurry up and pay the whatever fee they want, that we'll lose that home warranty. And it said they have the right to revoke our eligibility for service after the expiration date of such and such. Oh my goodness, scary, right? Well, I looked into this, and what this is this is if you take them up on this, if you send the payment to them, or what, for their home warranty, you'll get a home warranty, and it'll be very difficult to fulfill. This is what I've learned, is that there'll be a whole lot of red tape, and very few of the claims made on the home warranty are actually, they don't stand behind them as well as you would expect them to. The other thing is, the whole letter, when you sit back and think about it, as I did, I was like, home warranty, what is, okay, that's on appliances, air conditioning, stove, washer, dryer. I've never had any occasion when something broke down when I could call a company and have them come over and pay for the restoration or the repair of the appliance. So it's like, it'll tell you in the fine print. The letter reads like you have this agreement with them, you have this service, and you just haven't kept up your payment. But in the fine print, it says that not all consumers have previous coverage. So, it's a fishing expedition. They want to find people that aren't thinking too aren't going to think it through and take them up on this, and it is what it is. Okay, so that's that one. And then there's this one, which was attached to the flag on our mailbox. And this is student painters. You see that almost every summer. So I did some research into that. Studentpainters.biz is legitimate. It's actually an organization that collects student painters and gets them to paint homes and so on and so forth. But the one thing that I did, my research revealed, is that people have mixed results with student painters. It's probably about right, because they're not professional painters. They're students that do it during the summer. And so it's a little different. And it probably depends on the luck of the draw. And so people that like the service, that feel good about it, they've gotten quick service and affordable prices. They like that. People that don't like the service say that they rushed through the work and it was sloppy. So there you go. And so the one thing that they advise people to do if you want to take up the student painters offer is to ask for references, because if the people that are coming to your home have done work for somebody else and they liked it, that's a good thing. That's a good thing to know. That's what you want to know. And also get details in writing, exactly what they're going to do, how many coats they're going to put on, and how the cleanup's going to go. So have them be specific in writing. And then the other thing, of course, is verify that they have insurance. You do not want to have people doing work on your home without where they're exposing you to liability because they are not insured. So that's what's going on with the student painters. And then there's this one, which is real interesting. Lawn service. You've got a cute little kid, looks like maybe a 14-year-old kid, who's offering to do lawn cutting. He's offering to do it for fair prices, and it's done right, $20 an hour. Wow, what a deal. But you look at the flyer and you think, okay, it says local boy, local service, taking pride in your yard. So your heart goes out. Here's a hardworking kid. And you're thinking, hey, I'll save money. $20 an hour is a deal. But you look at the flyer a little more carefully. It says he also does mowing, weed whipping, leaf blowing, yard cleanup, weed pulling. And you're thinking, this one kid is going to do all that for how many people? If you could do that for even 2 clients a week, that's a lot of work. And for a kid. And then the other thing is that the area code on this flyer is a 217 area code. I live in the Midwest, and this isn't, but I don't live in Illinois. This is an Illinois area code. So I did some research into this, and best case, it's a lead generation flyer where somebody will come to your door, but it probably won't be the cute little kid on the flyer. It'll probably be somebody who's organizing work, and you may get somebody come out and do yard work, and in the worst case, they come out and they do a very sloppy job, and then they tell you, well, we had certain difficulties, this happened, that happened. It's not $20 an hour anymore. It can end up being, in some cases, $300 was what they're asking for. And usually they don't get it in writing from you beforehand what they're going to do. So you're kind of up a tree. It's like, you did hire them, they did the work, and now they're giving you the bill. So if you proceed with this, you better get anything that you're having done detailed in writing, and make sure that and they know what they're expected to do and what the rate will be. But in any case, it won't, almost assured it will not be a neighborhood kid, because like I said, I'm not in Illinois, and if this kid is at this area code, he's going to have to travel very far to do my lawn. So there's that, and there's also the one offer that I got, which is the knock on the door. A guy came to our door. Actually, my husband and I were sitting out on our front porch, and a guy came up to our lawn, and he said, he looked at our lawn. He said, looks like you have carpenter ants. And he said, we can come out. My crew's out here, and we're doing other lawns. We just did your neighbor's lawn. I'll call my neighbor Joe. We just did Joe's lawn. We signed up to do his lawn. And I'm thinking, oh, they know Joe. Wow, wait a minute. But then he kept talking. He mentioned the carpenter ants, and I just said, no, we're not interested. Wouldn't go away. Kept talking, kept counter arguing, and all that. And finally, after several minutes of this, I had to say, look, we said no, you have to go. Please move on, which made me feel bad because, I live in a very neighborly place. We don't talk like that to people, but in this case, I had to. I felt bad, but then I looked this up and I didn't feel as bad because what happens is these guys this is what can happen. They can come out and spray your lawn, but basically they're using something you can buy at the hardware store yourself, and they'll spray the perimeter. And hopefully it doesn't damage your lawn, because I'm not an ecology expert, but some insects are beneficial for your lawn. So anyway, so that's what they do. They'll do that, or they'll come out and if they sign you up, you might actually be signing an agreement for them to come out regularly, and it might be very high priced, and it's very hard to break when you try to break it. So things like that, things that aren't quite what you would want from this kind of service. If you do take up somebody that's coming door to door, again, make sure that you get everything in writing, agree to where you know what they're doing, and what the charges will be, and so on. But in general, be very careful with these offers, because just a little research is going to save you a lot of grief if they're operating in what the kinds of areas where you are not going to be happy with them operating. So other than that, we've been having a wonderful summer. It's beautiful outside here in Michigan, and yeah, and I hope you guys are having a great summer too. And I look forward to seeing you again. So if you haven't subscribed yet, like and subscribe, and see you soon. Bye now. Before I wrap up, I wanted to share this short video of these beautiful roses, and also add a word to say that some people who may have to go door to door offering services do operate with integrity and are honest and hardworking people simply trying to earn a living. Our goal isn't to be suspicious of everyone who knocks on our doors. It's to take our time, ask questions, clarify expectations, and make good decisions. Being cautious so that we avoid problems doesn't mean we shouldn't give honest people fair opportunities. Thanks again, and bye for now.